go ahead and dive right in. Bada bing, bada boom. Here we go. Typical Kizer unboxing experience. There's your knife. And for all these, we're going to have some paperwork, some wiping cloth, a sticker, and additional hardware, which again, Kizer does one of the best jobs in the industry at always providing you additional hardware. So if you're ever taking apart your knife and you drop one of these on the floor, they disappear the moment they hit the ground. It's kind of like gravity, but having additional hardware there comes absolutely handy. Let's go ahead and see what this bad boy here is all about. The T1 BD. Okay, what are we working with? Hello, can I have the knife? Thank you. All right, here we go. What are we looking at, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. First of all, we are looking at a pretty much blacked out, mortared out aesthetics on this one. All blacked out. So we got the G10 here. We have a button liner lock. Okay, listen, Kizer has done a few models with a button liner lock. I can think of the Parakeet. I can think of the Mini Grouper, I believe, also had a button liner lock. But yeah, nice to see that they're doing more and more button operated liner locks. Again, think of Spyderco's compression lock, but with a button, now made a lot easier, right? So that is always something to see. Vosteed has just been killing it with the button liner locks for a while, so good to see that Kizer's also doing more of these. We have a deep pocket carry clip that is reversible and a G10 backspacer here that's also your lanyard solution. We have thumb studs, and without further ado, let's get this thing deployed. Bam. All right, there we go, guys. Check it out. We have a very beautiful looking drop point blade. We'll give it a nice little wash. Love to see that it is blacked out here. Since it is D2, right, that would help with corrosion resistance. We have the designer logo and D2 steel on this side, the Kizer lettering on the other side, flat grind with dual jimping zones, right? Take a look at that. Love to see it. Good amount of jimping here, and also a good amount of jimping in the front as well. Digging that. And of course, here's the liner lock, how it works. Right, when you push the button, right, you're disengaging this liner here, which is being wedged between the little cutout on the blade that we can see here, between that cutout right there, and also this pin right here, right? So the liner is being wedged in between those two, therefore locking it in place, rock solid, and it's going to be very finger safe, right? It's going to operate like a plunge lock button lock, right? The OG button locks, but obviously a more stronger, robust locking system through and through. So thumb deployment feels good. Reverse flick feels nice. I'm able to do it off of the meat of the middle finger. Was trying the nail here. It's a little bit difficult with the nail, so I'm going to stick with just the meat of the middle finger there for the reverse flick. So you have at least 3 different deployment methods as far as ergos go. Check this out. Full 4-finger grip here with my average size hands. That looks good there, and we can forward choke also. Yeah, loving the finger choil there. So it definitely can accommodate larger hands. Love to see it. And the fact that it has a reversible pocket clip means that obviously you can use it as a lefty as well. You will just end up using your index finger instead of your thumb if you are a righty, right? So that's really the secret there. Again, ergos feel pretty good. Pocket clip, very comfortable. I'm going to go with a solid 9. Yeah, solid 9 out of 10. That feels right. Again, the forward choke spot, that feels really good. Ready to do some cutting, some slicing, right? Peel some fruit, what have you. Peel an orange, whatever you got going on. And the action is really, really smooth, obviously on ball bearings. Got some good ball bearing action there. And of course, being a liner lock. So let's see, we have one more. I believe there's another T1. This one is the CD, right? Same 3.2-inch blade. Same designer, of course, since it's the same model. This one has D2 blade, Blackstone Watch G10 clutch lock. Whoa, wait a second, hold the phone. Do we have the same knife but with a different locking mechanism? That would be pretty sweet. Let's see what Kizer's up to here. Of course, we already checked out what's all in the box. So there you go. And let's take a look, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like, oh man, absolutely, they did it. Yeah, they absolutely did it. They're like, well, here's the button operated liner lock. Maybe that's not your cup of tea. Well, we always have the good old clutch lock, aka crossbar lock from Kizer. So it works just as you would expect. Action is great. Oh yeah, that's smooth. I can actually flip off of the nail on this one, on the reverse flick, because again, no detent. The bar itself is sort of the detent on this one. So there we go. Nice and smooth action. Obviously ambidextrous friendly as well, as you would expect here with the crossbar lock. And again, same good deep pocket carry clip that is reversible on the other side. This one has the OD green with the black accents, right? Black G10 backspacer. These are recessed liners, by the way. So that's also a nice touch. And overall, I mean, solid action. There's a little bit of more of a dark black on this one. Maybe not. Let me just wipe it here. That's just the oils on the blade. So still D2, still black coated for corrosion resistance. And again, clutch lock option, can't go wrong with it. Kizer makes one of the best crossbar locks in the market, hands down. Same good old forward choke position, multiple jimping zones. You know, you can get at the knife like this, right? Multiple ways. Feels very nicely executed, I'll tell you that. Yeah, this one obviously is very fidget friendly, right? And so is the other one, but I know I read the comments from you guys. A lot of you guys are like, well, Miguel, we like the knife, but it's just a crossbar lock again, and we could use something other than a crossbar lock. And Kizer was like, okay, we're here loud and clear, so we're gonna give you the very highly praised button operated liner lock. So you have that option as well. So whichever locking method you like most, obviously you could choose, and you're still going to get the same design. As a matter of fact, there is no compromises here as far as the design, right? Like one model having to be different than the other just because of the locking system. Like everything's the same, the blade is the same, the handle is the same. So I absolutely love to see that. They did it very nice and very clean. And again, this is the T1 model, right? The CD is the clutch lock and the BD is the button liner lock. So let's do some size comparisons here, right? We'll put these two next to each other, right? We will go ahead and put these other two guys here next to one another as well. Now these are Kizer's budget offerings for November 2025, and these are the premium ones, right? We have the Topsail here, a Jonathan Styles design. Check it out if you haven't already. The video is up on the channel, right? Check it out. It's going to be a little bit smaller. And then we also have the Shrike right here, a Johan Jordan design. Multiple deployment options. I absolutely love the geometry on this one. It's got the matte DLC on the blade, right? Really good geometry for utility cuts and drag cuts. It's a little bit smaller, right? I kind of picture it being a little bit bigger, you know, when I saw the pictures, but I said that on the original video and somebody saw an opportunity to insert a TWSS joke in there. But anyways, guys, check it out. All the folding knives. I believe there's a few ones. They also relaunched the Pioneer. There's some other new models for the Pioneer also being offered here on November. They're bringing back some new variants as well. But for the most part, you got some premium offerings there. You got some budget offerings. And there's also some fixed blades as well. That video is coming up here to the channel very, very soon. But without further ado, let's go ahead and do our scientific cutting test. Let's see what these different steels can do. We're going to go in the same order that we started as we unbox them and whatnot. Here we go. We got some paper. We got some cardboard right here. For the mayhem, we're going to start here with the D2 blade. Again, G10 handle. I just checked, guys. There are micarta variants with Nitro V steel, if I'm not mistaken. Again, I'll have all the links for all these models, right, that you can sort them out. Check out prices, availability, and variants, of course, in their budget category. These are going to be very nicely priced. So D2 is an option, right? Both of these models are D2. Both are G10, but there is a micarta version with Nitro V steel. So do keep that in mind. Again, here we go. Cutting some D2. Cutting some paper, right? Not D2. D2 is the steel. Yeah, needless to say, that one's going through the paper there pretty well. Switching back to this other guy. Yeah, just as you would expect. Going through the paper there pretty easily. Switching over to the cardboard, cutting diagonally here for better performance. We have this dual wall piece of cardboard I've had around for a while. Here we go. Oh yeah. Once it makes that first cut, it goes right into the cardboard there with no issues. All right, so went through it like a piece of cake with that flat grind. Again, this one is the same steel, so not really proving much, but for the sake of making sure that consistency and whatnot, right? This particular cardboard also tends to accordion sometimes, but yeah, long story short, it actually goes to the cardboard there pretty well, guys. No surprises. Hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you made it to the end, you're the real MVP. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Either this one or this one. Peace.